From the backwoods of Texas, the patriarch of the cannibalistic, homicidal Sawyer family clan, Drayton Sawyer, also known as the Cook, the two-time champion of the Texas-Oklahoma chili cook-off. Where do I begin? Villain profile number 11, actor portrayal Jim Siedow, portrayed the character in his 50s and his 60s. It's not. This is going to be based off of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre original film 1974, the sequel 1986, and Leatherface versus Jason, the 90s comic book, where this character, those are the appearances where he appears, where it gives you a better description of his character. I'm going to basically ignore Texas Chainsaw 3D since basically they ignored the character, so I might as well ignore him with them. So it's really unknown, and it's a vague area of his relationship to Leatherface. Basically, it's his father and possibly his uncle due to inbreeding. You gotta believe he either mated with his mother, which means that it would be his older brother, and which means to Leatherface it would be his older brother and his father. Or it could have been he, according to the Jason versus Leatherface comic book, he mated with his younger sister Vera and basically adopted and gave up his cooking career, his culinary career, to raise her inbred children, which is he adopted as his own, but were his own also. So he's his uncle and his father. Okay, enough with that tedious information. So anyway, either way, he's a father-like figure in the movies to Leatherface. His motivation is he uses inbred retarded sons, younger brothers, to collect bodies to process the meat into the barbecue and chili that he sells at his gas station. Wardrobe khakis, white button-up shirt, white old man hat, flannel jacket. Skills, award-winning chili chef. Later on they adapt this character for the comic book series of the Hewitt family, and they don't name him Drayton Sawyer, but he's in like this issue, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Cut, where he appears at Meat Fest '08. That's an awesome issue. Recommend getting that. In that, his specialty is ribs instead of chili. That's why I bring it up, and his character is really featured in that. But you could tell it's inspired by the Drayton Sawyer character. And status presumed dead at the end of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, where he whips out the grenade. He's slenderly built. He might be the top dog in his own family, but he's cowardly when challenged by someone outside of it, or when he's outside of his realm. The actor even had trouble hitting the woman with the broom, which ended up making that scene one of the worst scenes in the movie, where he's chasing Sally with the broom and only tapping her with the broom. And he said he had real problems with that. They had to do 8 takes. And even the take that they got, he was just hesitant and horrible at that. But I think he really plays a really good stereotypical southern drawed character. He lived in Houston ever since he was 26 all the way to his 50s. So he was able to mock that. He doesn't really sound, or isn't that thick in real life, the southern draw. But I love this character more than the Leatherface one. Leatherface is just kind of a big retard. But Drayton Sawyer is a lot more a deeper, darker, secret, sadistic, and complex character. Let's see. Let's go over his quote. Now, I'm probably not even old enough or southern enough to pull off the southern draw, but I'm going to have to give it a go. There's so many small quotes, incoherent quotes that I could have gone over or picked. But I'm going to pick the one that he goes when he gets confronted by Dennis Hopper, Lefty's character, in Texas Chainsaw Massacre #2. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and from where I sit, there just ain't enough damn dogs. You can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Definitely worst impression of the villain profile I've ever done. Stereotyped hillbilly, formal thought disorder, multiple personality disorder, stressed out from the managing of the inbred retards. He's probably the most put together person in the family that could be actually used to talk to anyone for communication to the outside world. Stressed out, paranoid, schizophrenic. I think he only gets kicks out of the chase for the fresh meat. He doesn't really get kicks out of it, but it's more for the meat. He does it more for the meat and to save the money because he's kind of selfish, and it's a family tradition, and it gives his retard clan something to do and stay busy. He's a vain paper chaser. A lot of his evil comes from his upbringing, more so than anything, because he comes from these generations of serial killers, and his father was a really famous grandpa, was the best serial killer. Even he refers to him as grandpa, though, so who knows? It might even be his grandpa, so who knows who his dad is. It's really twisted and unexplained. We'll never really know. This was JBM, Drayton Sawyer, villain profile #11. I love this character, love the franchise. Maybe I'll do one on Leatherface in the future. Tell me what you guys thought, or if I left anything out on this character. I probably got one little snippet wrong or something, and someone's gonna try and correct it and hate on me for it, but we'll see. I'm out.